Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now.
Hello. Welcome to Change is Near, episode 6, Why They Must Stop the Race in Consciousness. This is an interesting one because it really applies to the moment the world is facing right now, the moment that humanity and our civilization as we know it is facing today, March 4, 2022. I'll start with some good news. We have never been, as a humanity, as a civilization, more aware and conscious as we're right now. Okay, I feel very strongly about that. Again, nothing what I say is based on a book or facts or something you're gonna fact checkers are gonna go through that. Nothing. If you believe it, that's great. The best information is inside you and the best truth is inside you. I'm a firm believer right now on this. I've been going through this process for months. I've been going through it my whole life, and so do you if you're listening to this. But I think it's really gone overboard the past few months, and it has really affected me in a good way that I think I'm starting to tap into what we were supposed to know since the beginning of inception and mankind, and I'm really happy right now to just get a glimpse of what we know as wisdom or spirituality or eternal life. I'm in kindergarten, okay? I'm in nursery school, but I'm very happy for the road ahead. I'm very anxious to go through it, okay? So you see, we're in a race right now. We're in a race. I already talked in episode 2. If you just started looking at this podcast, you might want to go and check out episode 2 because I speak on great detail of what I feel that is the race and civilizations that unfortunately controls the earth and human beings. So you see, they came here a long time ago and they started controlling us, unfortunately, not through good energy or love, but through bad energy and the reverence of that energy, through deception and lies and suffering. Okay, that's very unfortunate, but that happened. Okay, we're here, no? So that happened. We're trying to get away from it. So we're in a race. We're receiving a lot of information from the universe because this was supposed to be our time. 2022, right now, this decade, the next decade maybe. It was supposed to be our time. The raising consciousness and awareness and knowledge of who you are and all that information, wisdom, love you have inside you has been going on for many years now. I think for some reason it really went into a higher level in the 80s, and then since 2012 it has been really incredible. So they know all about this, and they have been trying, to keep our attention away from it. How do they do that? With crisis and fear, and if a bomb explodes on your left and you're looking to your right, your primal instincts, your fear of death immediately makes you turn left. Okay, so they're throwing all these crises all around us to stop us to look into ourselves and have moments with ourselves that we truly discover about wisdom, about what's inside us, about the internal, magnificent, infinite fountain of love and wisdom we have inside us. You see, we can do anything we want. Once you discover who you are, you can do anything you want. I can assure you of that. Can I do anything I want? No. As I said, I'm in nursery school, okay? So I'm still learning, okay? But I'm very confident that's true. And one thing you're gonna find out is as you raise your consciousness and your awareness of who you are and the level of your wisdom, you're gonna understand that the truth as we know it doesn't exist. Okay, it's just an imagination in our brain and our senses. They have been feeding that to us, that there's truth and there's fact checking and there's only one science and only one way. And let me give you some piece of bad news. It's what they say it is. Okay, so if they say 2 + 2 is 4, it's because they say it is. Probably is. It's a simple mathematical equation, but what I want you to understand is I feel very strongly that once you tap into yourself, you're going to find out that there are multiple truths, okay? Because there are multiple dimensions and levels of awareness and different levels of vibration. So it depends. The reality is you stop caring about the truth. I mean, you stop caring about being so right. You know, sometimes people find more reward in being right than what they're saying. Oh, the injection is so good for you. I want to be right. It's safe and effective. I want to be right. And that's why they get so aggressive with you, trying to push this, because they want to be right. They are afraid to being wrong. Stop being afraid of being wrong, okay? It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Really, believe me. What's matters is inside you. And there's no, I mean, truth is irrelevant. Really, truth is irrelevant. Once you go into wisdom, truth is irrelevant. It cannot go through your brain anyway. So, going back to this race, we have a race. Imagine it's two cars. One is humanity raising its consciousness and understanding who we are and understanding about this wisdom. And then, unfortunately, in the same race is the demons. I'm sorry to call them like that, but right now they're demons vibrating on low frequency, vibrating on low energy. And what they do is they keep, like, imagine this, the two cars going and they see we're going so fast and we're going to make it to the end line before them. So they keep throwing stuff at us so we slow down, okay? It's basically that. It's basically that. That's the world 2022, 2020, 2016, 2012, and 80s, 90s. This has been going on for millennia. They're really throwing stuff at our legs. Okay, stop about the car analogy. Let's assume we're running with them. They're throwing stuff at our legs or our tires if we're a car, and they're really trying to slow us down, put potholes in front of us to slow down this race of racing consciousness. Okay, so what I feel very strongly, and again, this has been a few months, is I have my bad days that I think we're not going to make it to the end line before them. And so this artificial world, based on the real, beautiful world that Earth deserves, all living beings on Earth deserve, and not only animals, plants, the Earth itself, it's alive, and humans, of course. We all deserve this beautiful, balanced world. They want to replace it with this artificial world that is based on everything awful you can think. You're not going to be even alive, actually. Your heart is going to be pumping blood. Your brain is going to be emitting all type of waves, but at the end, you're not going to be really alive. And then when your physical death arrives, you will get the chance to live, but it's great. I mean, there's a great chance you are so out of touch with yourself and your wisdom and your spirituality that, unfortunately, you see, they force you back to the same stuff over and over again because they want to use you over and over and over again. They feed from your fear, from your hate. They feed from your lack of spirituality, from your lack of knowledge of yourself. They feed when you vibrate low. So if you're thinking of getting weapons and fighting like that, or you want them to be hanged, or you want them to die, you are vibrating on their turf, okay? Fortunately, you have taken the race to their turf. We need to take the race to our turf. Our turf is love, high vibration, and a different world that lives in balance with all beings in the universe. Okay, there are many, many civilizations that are rooting for us. There are many civilizations that would like to interfere, but unfortunately, or fortunately, I mean, I'm not going to say unfortunately, fortunately, there's the law of non-interference in the world, which says you have free will, and if you want to go dark, you're going to figure it out one day and go bright, and, be a being of light, of white light, okay? So that's why they need to make us aware of our senses. They always keep us on our toes and fighting and flighting. That human animal response that we have inside us. Remember, the brain has one primal directive, and it's to keep you biologically alive. Okay, the brain will do whatever. It's a primal directive it has. That is your computer that keeps your body going, and it doesn't have an expiration date. If the brain could keep you alive 1,000 years, it will do it. It's actually the flesh that eventually cannot go on for more than X years, months, and days, and you physically die. That just, I mean, believe me, I know I sound a little bit out there, certifiable, but believe me, biological death is just a change, okay? You just go through a change. Don't be afraid of it. I know I will be afraid of it when it happens to me because of my primal instincts, my animal instincts. And my brain is going to kick off all this rush of adrenaline and sugar, I already explained that is going to try to keep me alive. As doctors, they try to revive you, which is actually the worst way to physically die, honestly, when they bring you back and forth. Also, your brain is going to try to do that. So if you accept me to give you one suggestion, I mustn't interfere, I know, but it's just a suggestion, is maybe get some you time, okay? And I'm not talking about looking at Netflix or a movie or your phone or listening to music, even if it's relaxation music. Get some alone time. Start with 5 minutes a day. Of course, try to be in a dark room if possible, or the less light possible, because that interferes with your sight. Try to get the less noise possible, because that interferes with your hearing. And of course, possible good climate if you are cold, that interferes with your touch. So, I mean, try to get your senses on idle. Forget about your senses for a second. You have those 5 senses, and you have many more if you tap inside you, but okay, the physical senses are 5. But then there's the brain. It's like a 6th sense, you know. So the brain wants to stay always on 24/7, because, you know, I have my primal directive that I need to keep you alive. It's a supercomputer. There is no artificial computer on earth that can even match with the power of the brain. If they tell you that, it's not true. It's a magnificent organ you have. It's a muscle, so exercise it. I'm not saying not using your brain. I'm saying shut it off, if possible, 5 minutes a day, and then go into you. And you're going to find that physically in the area of your heart, I know there's a pump there that keeps your blood flowing, but it's just a pump, okay? That hasn't had to do with the physical part. Right there in the center of you is an infinite source of power and of wisdom, okay? And wisdom, and I'm going to talk about the next episode, the difference between knowledge and wisdom. It doesn't go through fact-checking. It's not in books. You become like a savant. You want to research that word. It's people that have the wisdom to do things they don't even understand, and then the science tries to explain it, that they're, they saw it somewhere, so they're just copying. So people doing these beautiful paintings or doing these beautiful machines, and people solving triple integrals that they have never been to school. I know if you remember that movie 20-something years ago, Good Will Hunting. So basically they're showing you there a savant. It's someone that is solving these things that 1 or 2 people are able to solve through years of gathering knowledge and years of practice and years of studying others' work. That's all knowledge. And this person is able to solve it. He doesn't know how he's doing it, but he's able to solve it, and it's peanuts for him. It jokes. It's really, he says, this to me is simple. This to me is nothing. And that's wisdom, you see. Once we tap into our wisdom, we're gonna build a world that is incredible. It's beyond your mind. I mean, you're not gonna understand it. You're gonna go from one place to another in a second, and you're not gonna, how's that possible? I used to have to take a car and be an hour in traffic, or take a plane to go to Europe. I mean, if you're in America, so we're gonna do stuff incredible once we tap into our wisdom. And when that happens, these demons are gonna be off here, because you see, the only reason they're here is because they feed from us, okay? They make us be like them, so they can feed from our energy, or reverence to things, or reverence to earthly pleasures, which is fine. I'm not a monk. I mean, I drink beer and I eat meat. I mean, I'm taking advantage of earthly pleasures, but when that becomes the only thing you reverberate on, that becomes your only objective in life. Make money, have things, have material things. Maybe something you can look into that. I mean, it's fine making money. Money is necessary in this dimension, you see. I mean, I don't tell you throw away your money or anything like that. No, it's fine. But there's ways to keep balance even in this dimension. And one is never going to fear, okay? Don't fear anything. Oh, there's a new hemorrhagic fever. By the way, they're going to come out with that one soon. You'll see. A new disease. They're going to come out on that one. It's probably going to be related to Ukraine. You'll see. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Oh, it's going to kill me. Don't be afraid. Even if it's true. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Never be afraid. Never vibrating hate. Always feel yourself in love. That's automatic, by the way. That's like a Tesla machine that you just have to kick it, and it's going to run forever, okay? Once you kick it, you're going to be in love forever inside you with the love of your Father, the Source. But when that happens, like I mentioned, I'm showing there's going to be an energy beaming from you to others, you see? And this energy is undescribable. Don't try to go through your mind. It's invisible, of course. But people are going to start noticing, like, hey, I really want to be around you, because I feel so good around you. I mean, you're beaming this high frequency, this high vibration that people are going to notice that, okay? And it's not about that, because that's ego. Okay, oh, I'm so liked, I'm so loved. Remember, you don't need the love of anyone, not even your children or your parents. You just need the love of yourself, and you already have the love of the Father. He's an incredible, infinite source of love forever since the inception of the universe. Okay, so that's automatic. No matter if you are a bad guy, a good guy, if you're a killer, if you're a criminal, you always have the love of the Father. He gave you free will. So if you are doing bad deeds, you're doing bad, vibrating low, by interfering with others, by doing the damage. Well, you are the parasite right now, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say, you're the demon right now. But that doesn't mean you can become, as I mentioned yesterday, from a caterpillar to a butterfly. I mean, you can change. Everything is inside you, okay? Just the moment you decide to change, you're going to change, okay? So, really, I'm going to insist. I mean, if you want to listen to this podcast, I don't know how long I'm going to go on for. I'm feeling it really strong right now, but I'm going to insist on every episode that really this is all about you and the energy and the power and the love you have inside you that is going to reverberate through the universe. Going infinite. And these rays that were against us, and they're going so fast with their hate and fear and all the things that are throwing at us, a lot of things from every side, they're doing their best effort in what they know, which is fear and hate and black energy, to keep you distracted to looking into you. They're afraid you do that. If you do that, they lost. They immediately lost. And if all humanity does that, we win. Okay? So as I mentioned a few episodes ago, and I'm still getting some comments on that, I mentioned a percentage. Forget about that, okay? I shouldn't have mentioned it maybe. Doesn't mean that 40% are going to get it and 60% no. The future is dynamic. It's not set. The next section is not set. I mean, a meteor could fall right now in the earth. And something could happen. Really, it's just physics. It's really relevant in the sense. Stop worrying about the future. Stop worrying what you can look into today, what you can do. And if you feel in love inside you, if you feel up to it, if you have the physical possibility to do it, one nice way, again, I shouldn't interfere, and I'm not asking you to do it, but if you feel like it, do a random and anonymous good deed. Okay? Of course, we help our children and our wives and girlfriends and parents. Of course, that's perfect. Start with there, of course, but if you can do a random anonymous deed, because then we do it random, but we publish it to Facebook and Instagram, or we tell people, I'm helping Africa, and whatever you do, keep it to yourself. Really, believe me, the important people know it. The ones you help, you and God. That's the only ones that need to know. He knows. And He made you into this beautiful being to reverberate in love forever. Okay? When we finally get there, we're in nursery school, and maybe some of you are further along, maybe you're in elementary school, but when we graduate from college, if I can use that analogy, we become angels. Okay, that's our final, primal. It's our final spiritual directive to become angels and just being love. And it doesn't matter if you are some religions believe that then you go sit with your Father. That's perfect, because time and distance in the universe is irrelevant. So the way I picture is we're like butterflies just flying around the universe, being love and helping other beings that are further. They're in their process, they're in their journey, so we help them without interfering. These beings are sending a lot of love right now, a lot of help, but they cannot shake you and say, please listen to me, or an apparition coming into your screen or video, or just someone appearing in physical form. I know I've heard that some claim that they hear, they speak to them in their language, they see apparitions. That's fine. I don't know what that is. It's maybe you allow them to do that, and maybe because I haven't allowed them to do that, it hasn't happened to me. My only experience with that was a demon, unfortunately. You see, there are good beings and bad beings in the universe, and I know a lot of you have had experience similar like that, so I'm not going to go into that. But really, everyone, these beings are trying to help us. They are trying to, as much as they can, they're really refraining from interfering. But if you open to them, if you open to love, and you open to the universe, believe me, it's going to change your life as you know it, and it's going to really put you in the right track, in my opinion. Again, this is all my opinion, my feelings. You have the best knowledge and truth inside you. Okay, so I hope you like it. I'm trying to make them shorter, but I just clear my mind and start speaking, so I apologize. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed them. I know I enjoy it a lot to do them. So again, you're here March 4th, 2022, and you're in very extraordinary times on Earth. And believe me, the solution is inside you, okay? So you can go and have some minutes for yourself. That's in my opinion. And if you allow me to interfere a little bit, that's the best thing you can do for you and humanity. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching. There's the email if you want to shoot me an email or just use the comments. Have a nice day.
We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanitywins.net to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new war. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.